to everybody watching me on Instagram. Hey, welcome everybody checking out the Sartain report. Happy to have everybody back here. So what we're going to do today is probably going to do some reaction videos. 2 days ago, we didn't have an episode because we did Access Vegas. And I just want to let you guys know a couple things. Number one, if you're interested, on the 15th of June, we're going to be doing Halfway to Halloween here at Marquee Nightclub. I would love for you guys to come check that out. It's a $5,000 prize. On July 3rd, I just got the flyer today. We're going to be hosting an $8,000 swimsuit competition. July 3rd, 8,000. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait. What is this? What in the world? Who's this? Unmute yourself. We have an $8,000 swimsuit competition that Kindly Myers is going to come be the judge of on July 3rd in Las Vegas. If you guys want to come check that out as well. Also, we have Babes in Toyland August 6th in Las Vegas as well, and then several other events. So I want to make sure you guys check that out. Shout out to everybody who's joining us right now. Looks like we are live on all 8 different channels. Kindly, everybody can see you on every channel now. You excited? Hold on, wait. Let me make sure everybody can see you on TikTok. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna make Kindly huge on TikTok so you guys can all see her. Okay, cool. Can you guys, if you guys are on TikTok and you can see Kindly, put a 1 in the chat if you guys can actually see her. There she is. Beautiful. All right. Hey, what help? Hey, shout out Warzone. I appreciate you coming on here. I appreciate all you guys being on here and checking this out. For those of you who have any questions, make sure to put your questions in the chat. And we have a new studio set up here a little bit. And Kindly still has not unmuted herself, so I don't really know what it is she's doing. Kindly, what are you doing right now? Is that Kindly? All I see is cleavage. What is that saying? Kindly, for some reason, a bunch of people are watching right now. They're excited to see you. I don't know what. For those of you who cannot see what we're doing right now on Instagram, go to YouTube and you can see. He's about to get me banned. What's going on, honey? You muted yourself again.
It's too loud for me to talk.
No, it's perfect. I can hear you perfectly.
Oh, amazing. We're watching USA.
Oh, soccer?
We're in Miami.
Oh, you're watching soccer? I didn't realize you were a Democrat. Anyway, all right, good to have her on there. Let me see. Beautiful. Hey, well, welcome everybody. Welcome everybody watching. All right, we're going to get into some reaction videos here in a little bit. We have a lot of stuff. Also, 2 announcements. Jake Abdo is going to be coming on the show in July, and so is Professor Stephen Stewart Williams of the University of Nottingham. He's going to be coming on the 6th. And then also I want to let you guys know on the 8th of July, I'm going to be doing a debate with Paul Elam and those people right there. Beautiful. All right, good to have everybody on there. Can see all these. Let me see, live viewers. Happy Friday, everyone. Greetings, folks. What up, Michael and Kindly? Hey, look. Can you read that, Kindly? Can you read that? Can you read that? I don't think she could read it. Las Vegas. There we go. Michael, you have that photo of Kindly hanging out with you on the red carpet. Thanks for getting me an MOA. Oh, wow. Hey, man, I appreciate that. And shout out to people watching me on Twitch, man. No, I appreciate that. Yeah, there's Kindly right now. Hi, Michael. Hit the like on this. Yes, guys, I appreciate it. If you give me a like, I would really, really like that. And we can keep this thing going. Let's go ahead here. All right. Well, let's bang out some reaction videos. We're going to do some reactions. And then afterwards, if you guys want to go into some other ideas, we can do this. Oh, I have a really funny video for you. Okay. I want you guys to check this out and tell me what you think about it. Let me see. Hemisphere. So the body count to 0, 95 undateable. Walking a woman home. Okay. This one's really funny. Copy. Let's go to Instagram. And all right, got everybody on here. Screen share, Instagram. Have you guys seen this one? This one is hilarious.
Yes, gang. Punch that code in. Punch that code in. What a change of event, folks.
He's going home. He's going home.
Damn. Oh. And he walks to the corner, and he walks across the street.
And he gets in the car with another bitch.
$700 in the hole.
Yeah, this is a great video.
Punch that code in.
Punch that code in. All right, so here's the thing. What do you guys think about this? A video that went viral because a guy walked a woman home and then she didn't even hook up with him. What do you guys think about that? Anybody have any thoughts? Make sure you put it up in the chat. Hey, what's going on, Michael Shanley? What's going on, Eric? I appreciate you guys jumping on here with us. Let me see here. I thought that was really funny because people were like, push that code, and he goes, oh, he's off by himself. Real talk. Do this for me. Put a 1 in the chat if you think, God, this is going to sound crazy. I'm trying to think of the best way to answer this. I love the commentary. He goes, a simp, $700 simp. Hi, Mike. Okay. I'm going to put a 1 in the chat. If a girl does not hook up with you on the first date or the second date, but she hooks up with you on the third date, who here thinks a guy who goes on 3 dates with a girl is has no game? Just go ahead and put a 1 in the chat if you're like 3 dates and no game. Just type 3 dates, no game in the chat if that's what you believe. If he goes on 3 dates with somebody, yo, what's going on, man? Hey, shout out to everybody watching on TikTok. Jesus. Appreciate that. 600 likes on TikTok already. Yeah, 3 dates, no game. You don't think he has any game? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't think it's that big of a deal. If a girl makes you wait 3 dates, and I'll tell you why. Because my whole belief about this is a little different than other people's. Holy shit, what is going on here? Give me 1 second, guys. I broke something. There we go. The reason why it doesn't really bother me that much is because I've had several girls that I've been friends with for years, and then we ended up seeing each other, and I just didn't even show any intent. So I've seen girls be able to go for a long time before they end up hooking up with somebody. So I don't think it's that serious. Happy to be wrong. If she what does it say? If she does make you wait, she's a 304. See, this is my point. This is my point, guys. The people who complain about us, they do have one point. It's we do tell them, if you like a man, you need to have sex with him on the first date. If a girl likes a guy, she's going to have sex with you on the first date. And then at the same time, we're like, you're a hoe for having sex with a guy on the first date. And I understand where the disconnect is, because we're not saying that you should have sex with a guy on the first date. We're giving men the advice that if she doesn't have sex with you on the first date, it's because she doesn't like you. But the reason why we're saying that is because that's the reality of what we have all seen this as a man. We've all seen every man out there. Put a 1 in the chat if you've met a girl and she explained to you what she liked in a man, she explained to you what she needed in a relationship. Oh man, goodness gracious, I almost broke this thing. Okay, hold on. Those of you watching on Instagram, tell me if you guys can still see me, or tell me if the audio's out. We tell this to women all the time. We're like, if you should not sleep around with a bunch of dudes. That's what all these red pill content creators are saying. You should not sleep around with a bunch of dudes. And then at the same time, they're like, if a girl doesn't sleep with you on the first date, then that means that she's just not that interested in you. And the reality is, I think we misinterpret what we're trying to say here, because it's both things. Because the reality is, a lot of women do sleep with men on the first date that they like. And so if you're the guy that she doesn't sleep with on the first date, when she sleeps with other guys on the first date, then that's when dudes start feeling like a simp. Hey, those of you who are watching on Instagram, let me know if you can still see me and hear me. Make sure you can see me and hear me. All right, cool. And also, I do appreciate any of the comments from any of the other chats besides Instagram and YouTube. I love those, but I want other ones as well. All right, here we go. I see all the people on here. With those kind of guys, he probably walked her home so those monkeys would talk. Okay. All right, hold on. Into putting women into sits for their type to be able to argue. Okay. All right. I don't know if I agree with this one. I think that may be a little on the other side. It's good to see people with different opinions on my show now. That's a really positive situation there. So I understand what you're saying. When in that situation, I've seen things before where, they have a roommate upstairs, or they're living with their parents or something like that, where you walk the girl home and then she's not going to have you come upstairs. I don't necessarily think it means that she doesn't like you. Where I think it means she doesn't like you if she does this, right? Take notes on this. I think it means she doesn't like you if she's not making you wait 2 or 3 dates, but she's making you wait 2 or 3 months. And the other guys that she was with before you, she didn't make them wait 2 or 3 months. I think that's a really, really good sign that she's just not very interested in you. I think that's another way to look at it that actually might work a little bit, that might make a little bit more sense, is that. So Let me see here. Yeah, I need a producer. Real talk. All right. Shout out to everybody watching on TikTok. I love all these people on TikTok. I appreciate that. You guys are great. All right. Let me see. All right. So this is a good one. Is different rules for casual versus long-term relationship? I don't think so. And I'll tell you why. Because as a man, I don't know if I want you for, I know if I don't want you for a long-term relationship pretty quickly. I think we can all agree to that, right? We know as men pretty quickly, I know I don't want you for a long-term relationship. What I don't know though, what I don't know is that if I do want you for a long-term relationship, there's ways that you can disqualify yourself from that. So like, let's just say a girl is just so crazy attractive and I made up my mind. I really want to date this girl. I really want to be in a long-term relationship. Also, real quick, those of you on, okay, cool. I want to make sure everybody on TikTok, if you're watching on TikTok, can you tell me that the audio is good? I just want to know that the audio is good. Just say audio, and give me a thumbs up for the audio if you guys can hear me on there. So let's just say you have a girl and, oh gosh, what were we just talking about? Let's just say you have a girl and she doesn't go home with you on the first date. I've seen situations where girls won't hook up with a dude on the first date, but it doesn't mean that she doesn't like him. But for a man, we kind of know very quickly whether or not there's a possibility we could be in a long-term relationship with you. Even if we don't want a long-term relationship, we still do kind of know which category where you're going to put you in. What was it? Home talking about keepers, sweepers, and sleepers, right? Sleepers, you don't let anybody know about. Sweepers, you sweep them under the rug, and keepers are the ones that you're like open to the idea. I will tell you with me, for the most part, with very few exceptions, there are a few exceptions. If I hook up with a girl, it means that she's hot enough for me to be out in public and like date her. But it doesn't mean I'm going to date her. It just generally, like, I'm pretty picky about that. But it also doesn't mean that like I said before, there are guys who know very quickly whether or not they're going to hook up with someone. So let's just say you meet a girl and for a long-term relationship, you end up hooking up with her on the first date. My whole thing is, I understand why women don't want to hook up with dudes on this first date, but I also understand why women would want to hook up with me on the first date, because that just means you have good taste. I'm not going to punish a girl for having genuine desire for me. So I'm not going to disqualify her because we hooked up on the first date. I've heard guys say both, but for me, that's just the way I believe. All right, cool. Let me do something real quick because I really like the way I look on Instagram and I don't like the way I look on here. Give me 30 seconds. All right. Nope, too bright. Hold on. All right, that should be good. That's better. All right. Let me see. What other questions do you guys have? My problem is they sleep with me on the first night and then they make me wait after they realize they like me. Yes, bro. Okay, that's a real one. Here's the thing. I know a lot of dudes when they actually have experiences with women and when they're just talking out of their neck. This is a real thing. I've seen this happen before where like you end up having just like mind-blowing sex with a girl, and because you have mind-blowing sex with her, then she like punishes you afterwards and then makes you wait the next time. I've had this happen several times. And eventually like it ends up working out. The problem is this. It's what you're doing is creating a scenario where she feels very comfortable. You're creating a scenario where she feels very comfortable manipulating you with sex. I just want you guys to understand, like, that's the major no-no. And all of the stuff that we're talking about, dealing with anybody who's going to, like a man who manipulates a woman with money or a woman who manipulates a man with sex, both of those are major, major, major no-nos. Neither of those are cool. So like, I'm not cool with either one of those things. So the idea that a woman would have sex with you on the first date and then afterwards she wouldn't have sex with you again. Hold on a second. Stay on page. Oh shit. Hold on. I need to send out a message to my team real quick. Invite guests. I'm going to invite the guests and go right here. Join me. So all the guys in Men of Action, if you guys are watching this right now, if you guys are watching this right now on YouTube, go to the school group, and I actually send a link so you guys can jump in the call if you want to, like what Kindly did just a few minutes ago. But yeah, the whole idea of her making you wait afterwards, the reason why it's a problem for her to make you wait afterwards is because she's trying to manipulate the situation with sex. Anytime a girl does that, it's a problem. There's no coming back from that, because the problem is genuine desire is something you should be able to act on and not have a massive problem with. And so if she has genuine desire for you and she hooks up with you, I don't think it's that big of a problem. If she has genuine desire for every single guy that she meets, good for her. She's hooked up with a bunch of dudes. But the problem with that is now she's losing the ability to maintain genuine desire for one person because she's getting too distracted. And here's something really controversial. I don't think it's the same thing for women. For men, I don't think it's the same thing for men. I think men can. I'm just going to say this because there's really no argument against this. It's really hard. There's a lot of peer-reviewed data that goes over the concept of men cheating in a relationship. And when men cheat, when they're in a marriage, and men who don't cheat and men who do cheat show the same level of marital satisfaction if they do cheat or if they don't cheat. When men do cheat, they fall in love with their affair partners about 20% of the time and actually get married. They get married to their affair partners about 3% of the time. When women cheat, listen to what I just said. Men marry their affair partners 3% of the time. Women fall in love with their affair partners 80% of the time. I'm going to say this until I'm blue in the face, and I don't care how offensive you find this. Men and women cheat for different reasons. When women cheat, there is some massive dissatisfaction in the relationship. When men cheat, they're cheating just to rearrange the roster. And so when I say this, and I'm not telling men to cheat or women to accept cheating. What I am saying is if a man cheats on you, it could actually just mean nothing. It could just be that opportunity. Literally, Dr. David Buss's words when he goes on trigonometry a couple weeks ago, men are cheating just because the opportunity availed itself. That was the only reason they cheated. That was it. And so my whole point about that is it's not the same for both of us. Hey, man, shout out to all the people watching on, all the people that are sitting there watching on Instagram. Guys, make sure if you want to get a chance, because on the last hour, I'm going to actually push everybody to Rumble, Kick, and X. So make sure you check that out. Let me see. How many people are watching us on here? Let's go to this real quick. Go to X. Let's go to check out everybody who's checking me out on. Oh, man, dude, shout out to everybody on Rumble. I just got I got 200 followers on Rumble. I didn't know that. Guys, I just started a Rumble. I'd really appreciate it if you guys would go check me out on Rumble. Let me go check out on Kick real quick. Okay, guys, please, if you get a chance, go check me out on Kick. If you get a chance to do that, let me go to Facebook. Okay, I see all the people on Facebook. Twitch. Shout out to all you guys on Twitch that are watching. Let me see here. Michael's streaming talk show. Watch now. Let me see if this pops up. Hey, man, Sci-Fi Sleek, man. Thank you for checking me out on Twitch, man. I appreciate that. Let's go to X. Let me see all the people that are checking us out on X. Live streaming on X. We have, okay, nice. I see all the people watching on X. Let's go on YouTube. Obviously, I'm going to have more people on YouTube than any other place. So let me see all the people on YouTube. All right. Shout out to all you people on YouTube watching. Damn, there's a lot of people on YouTube. And then let's go to TikTok. Let me see all the people here on TikTok checking me out. Real quick. And reload. And nice. Okay. Let me see. Let me check out TikTok real quick. Nice. Good to see everybody on TikTok. Beautiful. And then let's go on Instagram and let's check out Instagram. Let's see what this looks like. Shout out to everybody watching on IG. Nice. All right. There they are. Okay, good. I'm checking out everybody. I want to make sure all the streams are working. What up, Rob? What's going on, Rob? Here, unmute yourself, Rob. Oh, there you are.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, wait. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, Rob, where are you right now?
Sydney, Australia.
Nice.
It's a bright, sunny lunchtime right at the moment. So
it's not a bright, sunny lunchtime here. It's dark on this side of the earth.
Look at myself going, shit, I should have combed before I came on the damn show. Damn it.
Hey, Rob, let me ask you a question. Do you know why it's dark over here in Vegas and it's light where you live?
I don't know, Michael. Why is it dark over there in Vegas and light where I live?
Because the earth is round.
Oh, it is.
Shout out to all you flat earthers who have something to say. It's because the earth is round.
Go, what, really?
Yeah, that's the reason why. It's because the earth is round. I know that's very disappointing to some of you. Hold on, Rob. Give me 1 second. Let me change the light one more time.
Egad, he's leaving me alone on his stream. I'm suddenly nervous. All these people are watching me.
All right. Do I look okay? Good. Good to see everybody. All right. Nice. All right. Let's get to some questions here. Rob, can you see the questions?
I can see the chat. It's coming up on my screen in things. So I can see Tyler asking about the SpaceX IPO. So yeah, if that's what you mean, then yeah, I can see him.
Okay, cool. Are you on your desktop?
Yep.
Or your laptop? Do you see on the right there where it says live and starred? Do you see that?
I see private chat comment. Oh, I see comments.
Yeah. Do you
and
see the comments?
Oh yeah, here we go. Live and starred. Got it. Yeah.
Can you click on the live one and help me out with these? Tyler
Sure.
at Tyler Daniel asks, hey Michael, what do you think about the SpaceX IPO? I heard Scott Galloway saying that you need to not invest in SpaceX, and he doesn't like the SpaceX IPO. And what is that? That is a man using his politics to he's using his politics for financial decisions, which is not a good idea. Dude, what SpaceX is doing is beyond incredible. Of course, I'm pro IPO. I don't care if it tanks on the first week. SpaceX, what they're able to accomplish to be able to put stuff into orbit that cheaply is incredible. And the only reason why you'd be against it is because you don't like Elon Musk's politics, which is fine. You know, whatever you want to believe there. But my whole issue is like, actually, hey, what up, Rich? What up, Rich? But the issue is with the SpaceX IPO is the concept of like, you don't believe we went to the moon. So just think of that. If you don't think we went to the moon, then the SpaceX IPO just seems dumb to you because you're like, oh, none of this is real. Like I honestly think that you're just promoting ignorance by not going with them. Let me see here. Let's go to live. Hey Rob, can you see? Rich, can you see the chat on the far right side where it says live? The different chats.
Yep, I'm there. Richie, I can see it. How about you, Rich? Oh,
Rich doesn't have audio.
We can't hear you, Rich.
Let me see here. These AI Michaels on these thumbnails look creepy, to be honest. Thank you. I appreciate that. That is true.
Okay,
should have seen the AI cover art I did for your episode of the podcast. That was hilarious.
I've had women who didn't put out on the first date, few outings, ghost, and then a year later we hook up. I think most guys are too ego invested in the initial hangout. So I actually think something else is going on here, Karn. You're not wrong. That definitely does happen. But I think the part that you're missing is that the reason why you hook up with her a year later is because she doesn't think that you're that interested. It literally is like you put them in the friend zone and then you just show attractive qualities. And then when you do that for long enough, it's incredible to me because I've had the same thing happen before where there was a girl who clearly wasn't interested in me at all. And then we're just, I'm in my ecosystem with my girlfriend, the girl that I'm dating. She's in her ecosystem with her man, whoever she's dating. And then we bump into each other like a year later after I've gone on a date, and then all of a sudden she's interested in me. And the reason why is because I'm not showing that I'm that invested in comparison to the other guys that she's talking to. And so because of that, I get like an attraction bonus. But what I need you guys to do is look for questions over there in the chat and help me find questions.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking.
Haven't seen any so far. It's just been commentary. The last question was Tyler Daniels, which was a...
No. I don't. No. You're looking at starred. Go to live. You're looking at starred.
No, I am on. Yeah, no, I am on live. There are a whole bunch of comments below Tyler's. I can just see Tony just popped up. And again, it's just a comment about how you talked about thing before. So yeah, no other questions even generally yet.
Tony Harris right now.
Shout out to Nascato on TikTok. He's saying, hey, I just finished The Rational Male. Crazy that he wrote that in 2015. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. It is crazy, man, because he actually wrote The Rational Male. A lot of the stuff that Rollo wrote in The Rational Male, that was like in 2003 when he first started writing that. So it wasn't in 2013. That's when he compiled all those notes together. All right, I love it. And then what?
Easy Money.
Easy Money PA. Oh yeah, you take it, Rich.
He's asking about doing spiritual work.
Easy Money, yeah, PAK. Do you believe in doing spiritual work? Not like I don't think like the way that you're intending for me to say I do spiritual work. When I do spiritual work, it's more of a function of like present moment awareness, gratitude, things like that. Do I believe that me sitting there and meditating is then making some like ghostly body follow me around and protect me? That's not how I live my life. I kind of think that Whether or not I succeed or fail is kind of up to me. I do believe in God, but I don't look at it that way. Like in the way that like I'm going to sit there and do some spiritual work and it's going to change my business, because it's not. That's just not how the world works.
Michael, you mentioned before how your meditation was similar to the more ancient form of meditation, where it was focused more on present moment awareness rather than kind of just clearing your mind and stuff along those lines.
That's exactly right. Yeah, I'm on the meditation. What I do is, it's not like a function of spirituality. When I talk about meditation, what I literally mean is what meditation is supposed to be. So a lot of people, when they do meditation, they're like in Lululemon pants and they're talking to some guy named Brock who has a man bun on, who says namaste, and they paid their meditation coordinator to do meditation, right? And they are like, oh, I do spiritual. I'm not religious, but I'm very spiritual. No, what's happened is you've fallen into like this commercial representation, this Western commercial representation of what meditation is. What meditation is, it's the monk who sits there and then the other monk sneaks up on him and he stops him. Like there's one story of the monk who sneaks up on the students and then whacks him on the head. And they're like, why are you whacking me on the head? And he goes, because you should have heard me coming. Meditation is about awareness. It's not about going into sleep mode. And most people don't grasp that. How are you aware? Where do you get that presence from? I start from gratitude. Gratitude takes me into present moment awareness, and then also the recognition that I'm going to die.
I'll grab the next one, Rich. Evan Morgan 4218 asks, how do you deal with the critique of your podcast having a sample bias of women that either benefit financially from being on it or are skewed to being attention seeking?
The way I handle it is by having girls on, and then we had a girl on 2 weeks ago she had 2 master's degrees, and there's several girls that I reach out to because I know them personally, and it's not through social media. The real way to solve this problem, Evan, and I've been asking people to do this for a while. The real way to solve this problem is for some guy who doesn't like my content, some blue pill content creator, to turn around and just do their own live stream. Because if they do their own live stream and they find out that girls have different answers than my girls, then it would just prove, hey, you know what? The reason why all those girls said that shit on your show was because you picked a certain type of woman, and only those specific type of women that you pick believe that. And most women are not like that, Michael. That's all you would have to do. And if you did that, you could just prove that I was wrong. Guys, I'm looking for a better background. You tell me which background you like here. You guys like this background? Is that one good? Hold on, let's find it back.
It's a pretty background, yeah.
The purple
like
pigment's okay.
Is that a good background? Hold on, I'm trying to find a background. Hold on, let me try to find a background. Oh, here we go. You guys like this background right here?
Oh,
it
says party. Oh, very much. Yeah, it's a lava lamp in the background.
Let's do this. I want to find a like a pretty. Oh, you can get an ocean. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's moving. They're moving.
Ooh.
That's dope, bro. Hey guys, I'm just learning. Thank you for indulging me. Let's go to bubbles here. Nice. Okay, it's moving a little bit. I like this better. All right, beautiful. So yeah, here's the thing. For those of you who don't like my content, for those of you who think that I'm just being biased and making this shit up, here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Please, please, please just do this. Go and start your own panel show. On your panel show, have highly educated, woke, liberal, progressive women on your show, and then see if the answers that those women give you are different than the answers of the women who come on my show, or if they don't all end up sounding exactly like Alex Cooper on Call Her Daddy, because that's what they're all going to sound like. They're going to sound exactly like her. Because, hold on, that's the thing. A lot of people, they think that there's like some different answer, and there really isn't. We get the same answers every time. Let's go here. I created a fitness channel. Thought it would attract a lot of female attention, but I saw 95% audience, young men only. Ashwin Pathak. This is on Instagram. Yes, that is the truth. But I am going to tell you this. If you do a channel that gets mostly men as viewers, you can still get a lot of attention from women from that. So I wouldn't necessarily just put that one down. Let me see.
Rich, you want the next question on here?
Let's see.
Cody Robbins, I think.
Tony Robbins.
Oh, Cody. Just underneath Evan Robbins. Evan Morgan's one from earlier. Oh, they even have little question icons next to
I've been listening there for you a while. What all areas do you and Rolo disagree on? Be specific. It's hard because I mean we openly disagree. I mean, probably the biggest, most recent one is that I think William Costello has done nothing but good, even though he does like go after red pill content creators. So the thing is, when people go after red pill content creators, I don't take it personal because I just think that most people don't have the time or the inference to spend all day trying to figure out what the difference is between me and Andrew Tate. If you want to spend your day trying to figure that out, and I'm not trying to say this to criticize Andrew Tate. I'm just saying in general, me, Myron, Andrew Tate, whoever, MLD, just pick someone, Aaron Clary, No Fugazi, whatever. We all have different stances on what we believe. And in the situation with Rollo, when people come and criticize us, Rollo does take it kind of personal because he's the godfather of the red pill. So when people say things about red pill content creators do XYZ, a lot of times they aren't even talking about Rollo, but like Rollo doesn't like to hear it. And I tell them all the time, like, I just don't take it personally. I just don't care what those people have to say. So if William Costello or Alex from Date Psych or Mac and Murphy or Jasmine Jafar or Fahar Khalidi or Destiny or whatever, when they say these red pill guys, I'm like, I don't think they're talking about me. If they are talking about me, it's just because they're kind of ignorant. But I don't think they're talking about me. And the reason why is because like I don't have the same viewpoints that those other dudes have. And so what do we disagree on? One of the things we disagree on is William Costello. Like he believes that William Costello is like a shill that was, put up by a government organization to try to find that incels were committing violence, but he didn't find it. And I keep pointing that out to Rollo. I was like, but that's not what he found. And it just like that point seems to escape him, and I don't understand. And so me and William, we go back and forth and discuss this all the time. But it's really strange because I don't know how to answer that question. What is the other things we roll? Rollo would not vote for a female candidate for president. I would. If she was saying the right shit, I would vote. It depends on like who do I have to choose from. I would vote for one. What else? Rollo told me to not live with my girlfriend before we got married, and I disagree with him. Rollo was right on that one. I'm gonna give Rollo credit on that one. He was correct. That's a rough one. What else do we disagree on? Just in general, like it's an overall disagreement, but it's like not a strenuous one. Where Rollo and I disagree for the most part is Rollo will attribute something as being conspiratorial that I don't think is conspiratorial. He thinks it's conspiratorial, and whereas I would think the same thing is just an accident. But it's like it's an unfortunate accident, but it's still an accident. Does that make sense? I would say that's probably the biggest difference between us. In general, I find there to be less conspiracy and more negligence. It's still bad, but it's just like I think most of the problems that we're dealing with today with the overcorrection in intersexual dynamics, I think most of those problems actually come from laziness. I don't think that the people at Dow Pharmaceutical back in the 1970s were like, let's create this birth control pill to depopulate the planet. Like, I don't think they were doing that, right? I don't think they were like, let's create Title IX so that all new jobs go to women. And I don't know if you guys saw that statistic recently where it was like 384 new jobs that were created. 384,000 new jobs were created, and like 320,000. Here we go. I'll pull it up right here. I mean, this is a crazy number, guys. Dude, read that. Rich, what does that say?
Let's see. Women are winning the job market. Of the 369,000 jobs the U.S. Labor Department says we created since last year, nearly 348,000 of them went to women. Only 21,000 went to men. That means 94% of the net employment growth in the U.S. went to women. That's 94%, guys.
I mean, again, are we going to sit here and pretend like that isn't happening? Like this is a real thing, right? It doesn't mean anything. Like, do I think that's on purpose? I don't necessarily think it's on purpose, but I do think it's a real thing that's happening. And I've said this before, in order for us to get to the point where we can diagnose the problem, we have to admit that there's a problem. We have to admit that there's a problem first. Cool. Let me see what else we got.
Evan Morgan from about 6 minutes ago comes back on his previous question, but do you agree there is a sample bias? He's talking about getting people on the show. I don't think most people want me. Anyway.
Most normal people probably wouldn't go on a show.
I think most normal people would now, but I do think there is a sample bias. I agree with you on that. I don't have a problem with it, with saying it's a sample bias. There is some, but I don't think that it, both things can be true. It is a sample bias, and I also think it is a pretty square representation of what women believe. I think most women do think that the male loneliness epidemic is almost entirely a man's fault, and that, and you know, I'll tell you one other thing. You're going to get pissed at me when I say this, but it's true. Do your own show, Blue Pill content. Do your own show, Blue Pill content creator. Sorry, I've been talking for 6 hours straight. I just did a seminar before this. Do your own show. Prove me wrong. Embarrass me. Let everyone know how wrong I am. Okay. And then have your panel be nothing but like Harris supporting double master degree, majorly woke women. And then do something. Ask them to name 3 countries. I know you think I'm full of shit. I know you're like, well, Michael, they have a master's degree. Obviously, they can name 3 countries. And when they say London, Africa, and Asia as their 3 countries, then you will finally understand what I'm saying. It's not that women are dumb. It's there's this overarching, pervasive narrative that they shouldn't have to care about basic shit. That's where this comes from. It's not that it's not that women are dumb. It's just like they don't care. Like they just don't. It's not in their reality to care that much about 3 countries. I don't know how else to explain it. And I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I've seen this over and over again.
Maybe they only
Michael,
focus on the top
questions?
kind of countries in the world.
A couple, but just want to very quickly say, Michael, I didn't think that was so much as a woman problem as it was, you know, an American problem.
Oh, no, I'm not. I don't care. No, you're right. Look, we can't name. Let's do something funny. Everybody in the chat, name 3 countries.
Name 3 countries.
Hold on. Name 3 countries, but go to Kick. Go to Kick and name 3 countries for me. Do it right now. Hold on.
I don't have a Kick login, and I'm gonna have to miss it. And Tony, thank you. Apparently, I am now the British guy. Which, damn it, it's like I've been in Australia for most of my life, and Australians go, "Hey, did you come from England?" It's like, yes, I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a cool accent. Thank you, Tony. I'll shut up once Michael gets back on camera.
Apparently, if you're like traveling in Europe, it's better to say if you want to say you're American, the joke is that you would say you're from New York instead of anywhere else from America.
That's funny. Okay. What are the questions we got, guys?
There is another. Now, I did very quickly. Carlos Villafuerte 007. It's not quite a question, but he said, I want to stir the pot. Why is Gary the numbers guy trying to expose Michael? Why was Coach Greg Adams going after Rollo? Spill the tea.
Coach Greg Adams is probably going after Rollo because Rollo supported. It might have something to do with Andrew Wilson. Gary the numbers guy is very angry with me because we did a debate a couple years ago, and he really did not show up prepared. He just kept running his same nonsense about billionaires born on the 5th of the month and all this other stuff. And I like systematically dismantled him. I did. It was brutal. And then Gary, he goes on Twitter and he starts talking shit like he won the debate or whatever. So I went on what's it called? What how do you see people's IG? Their whether or not their IG is fake. It's what is the name of it? Social Blade. I go on Social Blade and then I look up the day of and the day after our debate, and he lost like 1,200 followers on Instagram when we did the debate. So either he bought followers or he lost a bunch of followers when people kind of recognized that he was a fraud. And I posted that, and then after that, things just got kind of personal. Like he wasn't very nice afterwards. But he would be nice to me in person, but then he wouldn't be nice and then he'd say mean things on TikTok or on Twitter. Then I got a message from Sean Michael Kelly saying that he wanted to do a 10-on-1 debate where there was 10 guys debating against Gary. And I responded, I mean, truthfully, because it's true. Like, Gary lost to me by himself. Why would I debate him with 10 other people? Like, it needs to be a one-on-one debate, and I'll just debate Gary, but he's going to get fucking curb stomped again if he debates me, because there's like, astrology isn't real. Numerology just isn't real. Like Gary, it's not about how good of a debater is. He has a massive disadvantage. He's debating something that is just objectively not true. Astrology isn't real. And so I just say, hey, listen, I don't want to do the debate or whatever. And I don't know if it got back to him somehow, But then he starts posting a video from 3.5 years ago where him and Zerka are talking shit about me. And by the way, Zerka's my friend now. Like Zerka and I met after that video, and he's like super cool to me. And I was like, damn, I didn't realize that I hurt his feelings that bad. But the reality is, like, I think if Gary could, he would really try to get me to take that video down of us doing the interview, because it was bad. Like it was pretty. If you guys want to go look, Gary the Numbers Guy versus Michael Sartain, like Gary doesn't make a single point because Gary's used to being that quarterback who sits in the pocket for 5 seconds and he's got a really good blocking and he just finds the open receiver. And when he plays against me, he's playing against a blitzing defense, and he's not used to having to answer for his biases that he's expressing. Okay, it doesn't matter. There's so many. He's like, I can go and I'll talk to people and give them a reading, and if they agree with me, you owe me $10,000. And I'm like, because you say vague shit. Hey guys, let me tell you something. Rich, you guys who are watching this, I'm gonna do a reading for you. Rich, I'm gonna do a reading on you. Ready, Rich? Rich?
All right, sure, lay them on me.
You're a thoughtful guy. I can tell you're thoughtful.
Oh yeah, why's that?
Sometimes you're so thoughtful that like you kind of get in your own way from being thoughtful. Is that you, Rich? Are you a thoughtful dude?
Yeah, I guess so. I identify as a Scorpio, so maybe so.
Rich, when I look at you, I just get this vibe that you're just like sometimes you're caring about other people to a fault. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm very caring about it.
Yeah, you are caring. Yeah, I can see that. You're very different in that way, that you're caring about other people to fault. And you know, the other thing is, like, I feel like just from watching you that you're one of these people who like is willing to go out of your way for other people, even if they don't go out of their way for you, sometimes too much.
Wow, scarily accurate. You've definitely read into my star signs, man.
Like, how fucking dumb are you people who listen to these goddamn readings and you think that they're real? I don't know anything about astrology. I just made some shit up. Here's basically what you do to become a reader in astrology. You go up to somebody. So there's data that shows that people who believe in astrology are more likely to be narcissists. You just go up to people and you basically explain to them their own narcissistic feelings about themselves. And you do so, and they're going to agree with you. Duh. Go ahead and make a clip of this. See if I give a fuck. It's the truth. That's why astrology is horseshit. And so the problem is, again, it's nothing against Gary personally. We have a lot of friends in common. I do think it's strange that he's a Jewish man representing a bunch of anti-Semites. I think that's very weird, but it's okay. Gary, you do whatever you want to do. My point is, I won the debate. So don't sit there. When you sit there and you're like, I want to debate 10 people at once, I think you should learn to handle one guy at a time first. Don't clip that. Nobody clip that. And it was nothing personal, but apparently he took it very personal and re-released that video. And I had 50 people send it to me. And it's like, I don't give a shit. That video was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. I went on whatever podcast. Me and the girl I was seeing at the time, you know, we said something to each other. I forgot what it was. And then a week later, she comes on Fresh and Fit and like apologizes for the whole thing. Nobody ever plays that part of it. And then for the first time, I like go fucking viral on Reddit, and I'd never been viral on Reddit. And then it was like, these people were making all these videos about me, and we broke every single sales record. The month that I went on whatever podcast, we broke every record in the company as far as sales was concerned. And I was telling Brian, I was like, let me come on there again and get into an argument with another girl, please. Dude, we crushed it. We got so many new clients. So, dude, he thinks I care. Like, if you notice, whenever he posts that, I never respond because I don't care. But the only thing I will say is this: that was almost 4 years ago, and it's like, I really feel like people should be finding other things to bitch to get on me about. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like I feel insulted. I've been making content for 6 years, and that's the only thing you can find about me. Like, you can't find anything better. Like, even the New York Post, they write an article about me, and there's like, you don't have anything bad that you can say? Like, oh, come on. I've done something stupid, right? Right? I've done something stupid. I mean, but instead they're like, hey, let me show this video of a girl that you broke up with 2.5 years ago. Look at this weird. I was like, what are you doing, bro? Like, anyway, Gary, I just want to say I apologize for hurting your feelings so bad. I apologize.
I swear that New York Post headline. Yeah, several. So was it 6-7 minutes ago on Kick, Gravity Hurts? What do you think about Bill Gates saying he wants to decrease the world population with vaccines and other things? That's on purpose and real.
So the thing about that is I know that it's taken. Now, hold on. I know that it's taken out of context. I'm not saying Bill Gates is a good guy. And I'm not saying that Bill Gates internally doesn't want to depopulate the world with vaccines. But what I am saying is, when he said that, that's not what he meant. I know that for a fact. And it's one of these things where it's like, you think, okay, cool. All right, let's have some fun here. Because I've been talking to you guys about doing this before. And I don't know if you guys ever listen to me. We're going to go to Claude. We're going to use Claude because I think Claude makes a little bit better explanations for things. So we just had the question. And the question was, what do you think about the fact that Bill Gates said we want to depopulate the world using vaccines? Now, I know that isn't what he said, and it's fine. It's not a big deal. If you want to believe that, you can. Actually, speaking of which, let's go ahead and get my brother in here, because my brother would definitely want to talk about this. Okay, there he is. All right, I just invited my brother to come on. So let's do this real quick. We're going to go to... Where are you at? There you are. Okay. Can you guys see Claude on my screen?
Yep.
Yes or no?
We can see it. Claude, yeah, Claude Fable 5 is currently unavailable. Good evening,
ready?
Michael.
What? What is the quote again?
Let's see.
Did Bill Gates say he wants to decrease the world's population with vaccines?
Michael, did you mention before that Perplexity is a good one because it can check multiple different AIs from their outputs?
All of them can, and that's a great point. And we're going to put it in several, but for right now, we're going to use Claude. Okay, so we're going to go to Claude. There we go. Ready? Go ahead and read it.
What he actually said in 2010, Innovating to Zero, Gates was presenting a mathematical equation for calculating global CO2 emissions and how to reduce them. In that context, he said the world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%. Okay, so that it was taken out of context from the looks of it.
Okay. Now, how long did it take me to find that?
Like just
40 seconds?
30 seconds, yeah.
So I in general, I find it's about 40 seconds. That's all it takes for us to find that. And I just don't, again, I don't understand why.
Yo, Ari, what's good?
Did we just lose Michael altogether?
Shit.
Must have kicked himself out. No, he must have by mistake closed the browser. Oh, what's up? What's going on?
We're talking about how
Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. I'm still here. Okay, good.
Did you just like close out the browser on yourself?
Yeah, I closed out the wrong browser. I did. That was very stupid.
Yep.
Going back to what we just said. That took me 10 seconds to figure out that wasn't real. Now, am I saying that Bill Gates is a good guy? I'm not saying he's a good guy. Do I think Bill Gates has misled people? Maybe he has. I'm not saying that he's not a good guy. What I am saying is there's no way. Something inside of you needs to say, does it make sense to you that Bill Gates went and said, let's kill all the people with the vaccines? And then he just got away with saying it. Or is there a possibility that somebody is taking this out of context so that they can go viral like Alex Jones? And it took me 40 seconds to look up the actual statement, and we could see very clearly that Bill Gates never said that. I'm not saying he's a good guy. What I'm saying is it's clear that it was just it's a stupid comment taken out of context. Make sense? Any other questions?
There was one where a user mentioned, yes, Dan Wilkins mentioned, do you agree that a lot of men get friend zoned even without showing intent?
No, it's impossible to get friend zoned without showing intent. What happens is the girl may disqualify you because of things that you've done, but that's different from being friend zoned. The way you do this is if you are friend zoned, technically you had to show some level of intent for her to put you in the friend zone. If you become friends with a woman, that's not being friend zoned. That's a different thing. Does that make sense? If you become if a woman is like, hey, I really like working with you. Let's be friends. Here's my family. I want to meet your family. She's becoming friends with you. That doesn't mean she's friend zoning you. In order for her to friend zone you, she has to think, this man is trying to put his penis inside of me. I'm not attracted to him. I need to push him away so that he doesn't get the wrong idea. That's getting friend zoned. You see the difference?
I have heard another definition of friend zoning where it's like a woman is trying to treat you like a friend but still get boyfriend benefits out of you, like
Yeah,
trying to
well, that's
take advantage.
that's.
But I
I
like
mean,
your one.
No,
a
no,
bit better.
that's the gay best friend.
That's kind of gay best friend. That's kind of just simping. That's just kind of simping in general. Yeah. Yeah. No, I understand.
Tony Harris has been saying this a few times, so I think we better get to him. Michael, he wants you to get Jasmine Jafar back on for a repeat
I'd
debate.
love to.
Actually,
Yeah.
Can we dissect that, Michael? I want to get your opinion on this. Where do you draw the line of things that you would do for a girl that is like still okay as friends, and what goes into that like gay best friend category of like where you're doing like boyfriend shit that you shouldn't be doing? Like where do you draw the line? Obviously, the extreme is like, you know, paying her rent, like doing that kind of things for her.
So it's a great question. It's to me. It's what would I do for my guy best friend? That's the only answer. So if it was like so Kindly, who was on here just a second ago, she's one of my best friends. If it was like, hey, do you want to throw a surprise birthday party for Kindly? I would say yes, I would do that. Well, okay, will you buy a cake? Well, would I buy a cake for my guy friends? Yeah, I bought a cake for Rolo. So the answer is I would do whatever I would do for my guy friends. Does that make sense?
Yep.
That's how I would answer that. So whatever you feel comfortable with your guy friends, I think that would be the best way to look at that.
Yeah.
Cool. Another question.
YouTube Easy Money Papa 8 Kilo says you mentioned that Owen Cook wears tons of jewelry when he goes out. What's the value in doing that? Is it something that you'd recommend?
For me personally, no. The reason why Owen does that is because he's told me before, it just helps him in business. He's like, when he wears expensive jewelry like that, his theory is that actually helps him close bigger deals. That's his theory. I don't know if it's true, but that's what he believes. Yep. I feel like my white balance is off. I don't know why. Like I feel like I'm like kind of weird yellowish. I don't understand.
Are you feeling too white?
No, it's not that. I'm just trying this new setup, and it seems a little different. I may have changed the white balance on here. Okay, what's next?
I feel like mine's off all the way. My color.
Something about Germany and Page and what would have happened to Germany. I'm not sure about the context he's talking about here.
What is it?
He made a few comments beforehand.
Hold on. Let me see. Can I make you guys kick from studio, edit mic settings, edit name? Can you guys put it on the screen? Will they let you put it on the screen?
If there is an option, I wouldn't know where it is. I can see there's a little question mark beside their comment, but
hey, if you guys know how to make it to where I can make them guest hosts, move backstage. Oh, I see. Move backstage. Okay, no. I want to make it so that you guys have the ability to put stuff on the screen, but it doesn't seem to be working like that. Okay, next question. Anything else?
Actually, Lemonration says, have you seen Obsession? It's like this new film that came out. People are making insanely viral memes out of it, especially the
Obsession.
women. Yeah.
No, I don't know what Obsession is. No. Hey, are you guys? If you're on, hey guys, if you guys are on your desktop, can one of you get on Instagram and then just turn the volume all the way down and read some of the questions on Instagram? I'm sorry. I'm so overwhelmed because there's so many freaking people asking me questions right now.
It's a busy chat. It's a very busy chat.
Michael, how much drama do you come across with having so many female friends? I have a few, and there's always some drama going on. This is such a great question. So, is there drama? Yes, but I see the drama like watching two kids throwing snowballs at each other outside after a snowstorm. Does that make sense? Is it drama? It kind of is drama. It's like, to me, it's like watching someone toilet paper someone else's house. It's like kind of funny drama. I don't take it seriously. And ready? Here we go. This is going to be the end of my YouTube channel. I don't let the hoes bother me. Say it with me. Oh, right now, Exodus. I don't let the hoes bother me. I still recognize that some of them act like hoes, that they're irresponsible, that some of them don't act with any accountability whatsoever. I recognize that, but I don't let them bother me. They are like puppies who pee on the floor. Yo, Pat, hold on. You got to check out your muted there. Some of them act like hoes. Just because women act like hoes doesn't mean that it has to bother me. If a puppy poops on the floor, I don't start wanting to pass legislation or make YouTube videos about puppies pooping on the floor. They're puppies. They don't know any better. So I just don't let them bother me. That's the trick. Go ahead and another question.
Khan9792 on YouTube. Michael Sartain, have you played around with Fable 5? It's intense. Free until the 22nd. Just can't use some phrases related to cybersecurity or else it downgrades you.
Yo, I ran through my tokens on Claude today on Fable like so quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, I was doing some pretty heavy work with it, but I ran through it pretty quickly.
I am using Fable on my phone, and I had the same situation happen where I ran out of tokens. But I was using it to do research on a guy that I'm debating next month, and it did incredible work. It was it was so detailed, really, really well. The other thing is the responses that I get from Claude in comparison to ChatGPT. ChatGPT is like really talking to a highly intelligent autistic person, and Claude is like someone with a little bit more swag and charisma when he answers. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's exactly how my experience.
Yeah, Claude, it's just like I want to use ChatGPT more, but I just feel more comfortable listening to Claude. I just feel like it, you know. But yeah, I've been using Fable constantly. I was actually just using GPT 5.5 because it was newer, and then of course Opus overdoes it with you know, with their whole thing there. Cool. Pat, what's a new conspiracy we need to know about?
Alpha-gal syndrome.
What is that?
Ooh.
So the government farmers have been seeing boxes of ticks released on their property. There's video of it, and there's a lot of actual videos of scientists, I guess like World Economic Forum scientists saying, hey, we can't let these people eat meat. The peasants cannot eat meat. When you get bit by one of these ticks, you get alpha-gal syndrome and you become allergic to red meat and dairy.
Okay, so how do you spell it?
ALPHAGAL.
I thought we were talking about some new social trend, like the new word for girl boss.
Okay,
yeah.
Alpha-gal syndrome. Okay, what does alpha-gal? That's funny. What is it supposed to do? Make you allergic to red meat
and dairy? You will eat the bugs.
Did you guys read the Instagram question from Tabani?
No, I haven't read any Instagram. I need help on Instagram. Hey,
okay.
So real quick, what is the and tell me again. I heard you before. What is the conspiracy?
So they want you to stop eating meat. Basically, cows are bad for the planet.
Okay, so they're releasing. You're saying the liberals are releasing ticks to get you to have alpha-gal so that you stop eating meat.
Correct. You can see some videos of like metal boxes released and a farmer kicking it and seeing thousands of ticks come out. And the alpha-gal has been on the rise. There's a whole bunch of people that are getting it. And
hold on. Tell me about the video. No, we're going to be very specific. We're not going to do the conspiracy thing where we wave our hands in the air. We're going to be very specific. What is it that they saw?
A metal box. I've seen several videos of a metal box released on farmers' lands, and you can see them kicking it, and thousands of ticks come out. And then you can also see several World Economic Forum scientists saying it's our moral obligation to release alpha-gal, to give people alpha-gal to stop them from eating red meat.
Ooh.
And
who said that?
It was an Asian guy at the World Economic Forum. He was saying we should do it, basically, and then there was some others showing have created ticks with alpha-gal syndrome.
Okay.
I was camping, but
let's see what happens here.
Yo, Michael, can you pin the comment with the link to the kick on your Instagram? Just pin it.
Just type kick Michael Sartain. It's pretty easy. Yeah, if you have a question, ask the question on kick. Please ask the question on kick. Actually, let me see if I can just copy it.
But someone has a really good question over here on Instagram. Let me know you're ready.
All right, give me 1 second.
Sure. Oh, there we go. That's
How do
better.
I hold on? Will it not let me share screen?
No, we've done that before.
How we share the screen with this many people, and why can't I share screen? New layout.
What are you trying to?
I'm trying to share the screen.
Well, you
over
were-
Claude.
Yeah, you were sharing Claude earlier on, so
It's
Don't
not
know why
giving
it's
me the
arguing
option.
with you
Oh,
now.
here it is. Hold on.
Ah.
There it is. There's Keith,
Trying
and
to
then
share a
here's
window
the share
or-
screen.
oh shit.
Oh, it's
Keith's here.
Okay,
I'm
here
in
we
trouble
go.
now.
Let's check it out. Okay. Here's the claim separating what's real from what's fabricated. What's actually true about alpha-gal syndrome. Alpha-gal syndrome is caused by the Lone Star tick transferring a sugar molecule called alpha-1,3-galactose into the bloodstream, which can cause the body to develop an immune reaction to beef, pork, and lamb, and other mammalian meats. Symptoms appear 2 to 6 hours after eating meat or dairy, unlike most food allergies, which are immediate. VCU research found a 100-fold increase in positive test results for alpha-gal antibodies between 2013 and 2024. The rise is real and documented. Not everyone bitten develops antibodies, and some people have detectable antibodies without any symptoms at all. The conspiracy claims, evaluating honesty. The WAF Asian guy video, the man that goes in the WF bioethics, Matthew Lau, who is in 2016 talking about making hundreds of humans allergic to meat through human engineering so they wouldn't eat meat as much. That's real. He said it, but it was a philosophical speculative ethics presentation, not a policy, not a plan, not evidence anyone actually did it. He's a professor discussing hypothetical bioethics, not a WEF operative announcing an operation. Gates and the ticks. The Gates Foundation's funded a project involving ticks, and Gates backed a company whose lab-grown meat received FDA approval in 2022. But the ticks that spread alpha-gal syndrome are not the same as the ticks in that research project. The allergy is caused by the Lone Star tick. I'm guessing that's in Texas, a completely different species from the cattle ticks in the Gates-funded research program. The connection people are drawing is a species conflation error, not a cover-up. Metal boxes on farmers' land. This is one of the weakest links in the chain. No credible sourcing. Videos of unmarked boxes near farms aren't evidence of tick releasing programs. That's pure interference stacked on interference. That's pure inference stacked on inference. Why tick populations are actually exploding. Climate change has favored dramatic increase in the population of Lone Star ticks and other types of ticks in North America and elsewhere. Milder winters, expanding deer population, reforestation of former farmland. These are documented ecological drives that epidemiologists have been tracking for 20 years. Bottom line, AGS is real and rising. Matthew Lau actually said what people claim he said. The military tick experiment, Operation Big Itch, etc., are real historical events. Gates funded tick-related research. All of that is verifiable. The big logical leap is that these disconnected facts constitute a coordinated, active program to weaponize ticks against the American public right now. Has zero evidentiary support. The species involved don't match. The timelines don't align. The mechanisms don't require a conspiracy when ecological expansion explains it. Independent surveillance, transparent laboratory records, and peer-reviewed epidemiology are the appropriate tools to resolve remaining questions, and none of that evidence supports a deliberate release. The Matthew Lau video is real and worth knowing about as a data point on what the globalist adjacent bioethics world is willing to discuss. That's legitimately creepy and worth documenting for a debate purpose, but it's a distance from someone said a wild thing in a conference to this is an active operation causing the alpha-gal syndrome. Cool. I like that better. I like it better when we actually do a little bit of research on that. Because this is the second time we've had Gates mentioned on here before. And again, I'm not saying these are good people. And the fact that that guy was willing to even bring up that idea is very scary. But I don't think that there's an active program to try to make people allergic to meat. And here's the way we prove it. 5 years from now, let's just see if people are allergic to meat. Make the whole population allergic to meat. And when they're not, then we can go back and say, hey, maybe that was a conspiracy that wasn't true. Just like when Alex Jones said 3 years ago that there was going to be another mask mandate under the Biden administration. And I was like, I don't think that's true. And there was no mask mandate. But nobody went back and said Alex Jones was wrong. It's just sometimes we're right and sometimes we're wrong. I went on Fresh and Fit and stated that Russia was not going to move 1 mile closer to taking Kiev in Ukraine, and they were going to stay there for the next 3 years until finally they came to some settlement. Donbass was going to stay in Russia, and so was Crimea, but the rest of Ukraine was going to stay independent. And it turns out I was fucking right, but nobody wants to give me credit for that one. Cool. What's the next question? You said you had a question on Instagram.
Yeah, want to do super chat first?
Yeah, let's do super chat.
Michael, why do friends/family have an immune response to sabotage an autistic man when he gets a girlfriend, especially if she initiated? I don't see people. Do you see what he's saying?
Michael, why do friends, family have an immune response to sabotage an autistic man when he gets a girlfriend, especially if she initiated? There's probably a couple reasons going on here. Okay, so we don't know all the details for what's happening, but here's one thing I could guess, that maybe what's going on here is that they suspect that this woman is trying to take advantage of him, maybe even for money or for some other reason, number one. And number two, it may be a situation like there may be might not be an immune response. Let's just say somebody's heavily autistic and then there's certain things that they're not aware of that their family is. I would need to talk to their family. I would if I'm this guy, I would be a little bit more open to the idea that maybe your family could explain to you concisely why it is that they don't want you to see this woman. Because I'm going to be honest with you, if there's one thing that I don't see enough of, it's men supporting other men being like, yo, your fucking woman is crazy, bro. Yo, maybe you shouldn't be dating this girl, bro. We don't do that enough. That's why Travis Hunter marries that girl. That's why, Logan Paul marries that girl. That's why Adam 22 lets his girl smash other dudes. That's why Jeff Bezos marries that one girl. That's why, because they don't have enough people in their life saying, hey, man, let's consider something else. So I would be more open to the idea that maybe your family's telling you something that's true. Okay. Any other question? What was the question you want? I appreciate the question, Compass. I appreciate the question.
Now that you put it that way, I'm actually like thinking, and it came to me, someone I know pretty well, pretty closely, that I had the same exact feeling when he started dating this girl. I was like, what the fuck do you like see in this guy? Like this is my like very close friend, but like, what do you see in them? But they're still together like 4 years later. So
yeah, we don't know. Because we're not sleeping with our friends. That's why we don't know. We're not the ones having sex with them.
Thankfully. Thank God.
Yeah, that's why we don't know. Because we're like, again, dude, it's one of these things where you're like trying to tell people how to live their life, but it's like you're not the one having sex with them.
Yep.
Very quickly, folks, just to let you know, we are running about 15 minutes behind on the regular chat, let alone Instagram as well. So if we haven't got to your question yet, we're doing the best we can.
All right, let's go to.
So Ari, have you got that Insta one that you've been talking about?
Yeah, I got the Insta one. Okay, let's go for it. Tabani, hey, I've been implementing social circle game at university in Swana, UK. I've been hosting parties, barbecues, etc. Where I show my competency. I've had girls fighting over my attention, but it's counterproductive at times when I can't even talk to one as the other girl keeps interrupting. How do I convert them when pre-selection is highest between showing competency while making the cocktails, taking advantage of pre-selection? My events and being bombarded with girls, it's hard to handle it. This is something I kind of like also have sort of a struggle with. Like when I have an event that I have like 30 girls come out because of me, I'm not taking home 30 girls. I'm not Dan Bilzerian yet. I'm not taking 30 girls back to my crib. I mean, Rich, I don't know, Rich, see my place? Like logistically, it would be impossible for me to do. But what I do is I schedule like one-on-one and ride off the pre-selection for smaller events. So like events like these would be like your top of funnel. Then you bring them down further in the funnel for like a game night with like 3 or 4 girls. Just like smaller things till you bring them down to the bottom of the funnel. If that makes any sense over here. Yeah, don't try to like go for everyone at the same time.
Yeah. So here's the answer, because we get this question a lot. It's logistics. So you need to focus. So if it's a situation, so I'll give you an example. Babe Toyland was like this for me. I would go to Babes in Toyland. I would host on stage, and when I'm on stage, like all these girls are there. They're all talking to me, and I'm getting like mild to like heavy interest from like several different women that I'm talking to. And then at the end, what happens is you just kind of like screen for compliance, and then you have something planned afterwards. If you're sleeping in your truck That's not good logistics. Okay. If you're sleeping in an Airbnb that's an hour away, that's not good logistics. You need to work on having proper logistics and then inviting a group of girls like, hey, you know what? We're going to go eat. But before we go eat, let's go back to my place and check this out. If they go back, then what happens is girls 1, 3, 7, and 8, they went home. And then girls 2, 4, whatever, they end up going to the party. And because you're screening for logistics, you're finding out who's actually more interested rather than looking for cues and IOIs and she's touching herself and all that other nonsense. I don't look at that. I just look for
Can we get the Dean of Harvard in?
The Dean of Harvard. Oh, is he here? There we go. The Harvard Dean is here.
What's going on? Who said that truck was bad logistics, bro? I disagree.
Oh yeah, 100%, Michael. Yeah, the trucks are great logistics.
Just make sure they're blacked out windows.
That depends how black your windows are. Yep.
Well, that's what we call that tin. That's what we call that. It's illegal in New York.
Nice.
All right, so Michael, how about the Knicks? It's really the question of the day.
I mean, they better
it's not
hold
a question.
on tight. They better hold on tight. San Antonio's coming. San Antonio's ready now.
Speaking of, dude. Hold up.
San Antonio's ready for him. All right, let's go.
Okay,
back
here's my conspiracy theory. Here's my conspiracy theory. Hang on, since you brought up the Nick, you got me started on this shit. You got me started on this shit. I think this shit is fully scripted, fully scripted down to the T.
Okay.
Who agrees? Who disagrees?
Next thing you're going to be telling us that the WWE, the World Wrestling, is fake. Come on, Ari.
It's fake as well.
Come on,
it's fake as well. But we're talking about the Knicks right now. We're talking about basketball. Like, there's no way this shit is.
Who's scripting it?
I'll let you answer that one.
Oh no.
I'll let Tristan answer that one. But what do you think? What do you think, Michael?
It's not.
I don't think it's scripted at all.
No.
I think there could be preferences or the ways they want it to go.
Here's why I think it's scripted in a way, because I think it would be pretty retarded to not have it scripted, because there's just so much money on the line that they shouldn't have it.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that, but I don't think it's scripted.
I mean, obviously no one thinks it's scripted, but beneath it all,
it's just now, do I think that there have been dirty referees throughout time? Yes, 100%. But I think it's all scripted. I think there's just too many ways for crappy basketball teams to have bad games and just lose games because they miss shots. Like, for instance, when you say it's scripted because New York was down by 29 and then came back. If you go back and watch that game, it was Mitch Johnson who told his team keep shooting threes when, you know what I'm saying, and with 10 seconds left on the clock. That's just being stupid. That's not scripted. That is just bad coaching. And I like Mitch Johnson, but that is just such a clearly bad decision to do. Again, if I'm up 28-3 and I'm the Atlanta Falcons against the New England Patriots, if you just kneel the ball instead of trying to throw the ball and stop the clock will run out. And when De'Aaron Fox gets the ball at the end of the fourth quarter after that steal, and he goes up there and then OG Anunoby fouls the shit out of him, and then they don't call the foul, and then fucking Alvarado comes back, does a backcourt violation, and they don't call that either. If De'Aaron Fox just dribbles the ball out, they're way more likely to win the game. But he didn't do that. I don't think it's scripted though. Scripted would have to be from the refs. Cool. Can somebody go through Instagram and then somebody go through
nothing new on Instagram.
The chat. Okay. Cool. Hey.
Okay.
On Instagram.
So
hey, can I ask you guys on Instagram, do me a huge favor? Go check me out on TikTok and tell me what I look like on TikTok, because I'm trying something different on TikTok. Tell me what it looks like. If you guys want to do that too, if you have your phones out, look at on TikTok and see what it looks like.
Again, so catching up a little bit, Bacon, we did finally get to you on YouTube, Bacon_Bacon42, one that's right up your alley, Michael. Zook versus Excess versus, I think he forgot to put a club name in there, best place for Chad visiting Vegas to pick up a girl.
For Chad, but he has to be Chad, right?
Excess.
Apparently so.
Hold on, Tristan, but it's Chad.
He did say Chad.
Chad can pick up girls in the GA. Chad can pick up girls in the GA. So
yeah,
I would say
again, the answer is still excess.
So it's better if John Summit is playing at Live. Wouldn't Chad do better at Live?
No.
Why not?
Because you can't out Chad the VIP line. You can't out Chad the wristband. I've never seen that before. So no, undoubtedly excess is outside all night. You can actually speak.
My gut tells me excess as well, but I also kind of feel like you could do a lot of damage at when John Summit's playing at Live.
Yeah, but he's not. He said Zook. It's definitely not Zook.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, definitely not Zook. I mean, Zook's not. They don't really have big DJs, so I don't think it's Zook. Cool. Just keep throwing them out, man. What are the questions?
Gravity Hurts on Kick came back and said, depopulation or decreasing the population because of CO2 emissions does seem a bit sinister, doesn't it?
Well, while it seems sinister, I don't think it's very woke, right? Because they're saying because it's reforestation. The reason why the Lone Star ticks are populating more is because of reforestation, not deforestation. Reforestation is about as woke leftist as you can get. Deforestation is not. So because they're saying it's reforestation causing the tick increase, it's a different kind of climate change. Does that make sense? Anyway, go ahead. What else?
YouTube, Wesley Parang 4145. How do men stop other men from pissing in the dating pool? Quote, what I mean here is making it harder for other men / simping and just not caring about their actions towards women, or can it not be stopped?
What do you think, Tristan?
It's kind of like a prisoner's dilemma, right? Like everyone's defecting. Well, we need everyone to not defect, and that's just not possible, right? You need millions of people to not defect. No, I think I saw a clip with Promoter Nate the other day where he's like, I really think the root of the problem is not simps, it's simps with money. He told a story where he's just walking with some girls in Lincoln Field or Lincoln Park or whatever it is in Miami, and he's literally just walking with a girl. A dude just comes up to the girl he's with and says, hey, I'm going to take you shopping right now. The guy takes her shopping, then just leaves and doesn't even take her on a date. Those are the types of dudes that are the problem. It's guys who have money but no capital ability to deploy their money correctly. So it's got guys with no game.
That's a really great point. So what Tristan is talking about,
I hate to talk about rappers and NBA players like that, but
So the question was, hey, Michael, how do we keep these dirty, nasty men from creating high levels of trauma in these women and hurting these women? How do we protect these women from these men? And the answer is turn hypergamy off. Women are choosing these men. Let me say this. I don't care who this offends. If women have a problem with men being assertive, dominant, aggressive, hypersexual, sociosexual, if they have a problem with men acting narcissistic or any of these other attributes, why do men act that way? There's only one reason. What is it, guys?
Because women reward it.
Because women reward those attributes with sex. Oh, I know it hurts. But you can't argue against it. It's true. Those attributes only. So it is prisoner's dilemma, like what Tristan said before. It's like, I want to be the change that I want to see in other people. So I'm going to start treating women well. But when I start treating women well, which women am I treating well? Women that have already gotten fucked over by Chad. And now now I'm getting treated poorly because of that. So the next derivative would be, well, what if she stopped dating Chad? You let me know when women start taking accountability for their behavior. And I'll let you know.
On top of that, though, right? It's not only that, it's that paired with the wholeflation that we're talking about, right? So you have guys who are rich simps with no game. Yo, someone's echoing. Who's that?
Yeah, who's echoing? Okay, cool.
That'd be Patrick.
Yeah. So you have guys who are rich, but giving away their resources because they have no game. And then, Michael, on top of that, you have all these women pandering cucks online who are also inflating their ego.
It's definitely a big part of it is the panderers, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Michael,
because
100%.
Because they're teaching you to not take accountability for your decisions. Exactly right. Yes, I don't mind that. Like you're like, hey, girl, you need to have higher standards, or even go after a guy who has money. Whatever. If you want to believe that, that's fine. The problem is, hey, when these women panderers say things to pander to women, if it's your opinion that you should only date men with money, that's your opinion and you're entitled to it. What I have a problem is not opinions. I have problems with lying. What is the lying? Hey, I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to do what's best for you. Go ahead and eat that. Go ahead and don't lose any weight. Body positivity. If I act like I'm helping you with body positivity, I'm lying to you, right? If I say, hey, you know what, girl, the reason why your relationship didn't work out is because he was emotionally stunted. No, it wasn't. Now you're lying to this woman. You're a female panderer who's lying to women. And when you lie to them, you're not helping them at all. You're not doing anything. You're just hurting women by lying to them, by not holding them accountable. By the way, it's the same thing if you spoil your kid. It's the same thing if you have an employee and you don't hold them accountable for like showing to work on time. There's a million different examples of this. There's no like spoiling someone and telling someone what they want to hear all the time is not a good idea. It's never a good idea. And so when I hear this, it's like, I don't mind your opinion. If your opinion is men are trash, I actually don't have a problem with you saying men are trash. If that is your opinion, that's fine. What I'm saying is the reason you're unhappy is because men are trash. Now you're just lying. The reason you're unhappy is because you won't take accountability for your mistakes. And that's the problem. It is an inability to actually effectualize accountability. It's funny because I got Jake Abdo. He's going to be coming on the show next month. And I'm excited to actually talk to him about this. Exactly something like this. This is perfect. Cool. Any other questions?
Oh, of course. Bacon again. You said last week, Myron says crazy stuff and you're still friends with him. What crazy stuff does he say that you disagree with?
Go ahead, Tristan.
The question's not for me. It's for you.
Well, it just said you. It could be any. It could be any.
No.
I was going to say, let me tell you about Myron, but
obviously he meant you. So what is it, Tristan?
No, the question's for you. It's not for me. This is your channel.
So what is my? It's more like the language. I'm not offended by it or whatever. Okay, let me say this the simplest way. And if Myron was here, he would agree with me on this. Okay. I'm 99% sure he would agree with me on this. The problem is not that what Myron is saying is inherently wrong. If you were to diagram out what he's saying, he is talking about things like hoflation and hypergamy, and these are real things. The problem is that when Myron starts saying ho, bitch, and slut, that all of a sudden 2/3 of the entire like listening audience just shuts off. And so I want to be a moderate alternative to that part of the red pill. And I've been very vocal and very specific, even with Myron. I had dinner with Myron the other day and we were talking about this. And Myron admits, like, I'm one of the only guys who can actually teach you how to be friends with women. He even admitted that when I went on Fresh and Fit. It's just that when Myron says what he says, it really does speak very strongly to his audience, but his audience is different from mine. My audience is a little bit more politically moderate. And when he says the words he says to my audience, they shut down. That's why I say what I say. Does that make sense? Is that a good enough answer? Or am I a fed?
Definitely.
Was Patrick Sartain back on? Am I fed? Tell me if I'm a fed. All right, cool. Next one.
Okay. YouTube, David's Life 1547. Hey, Michael, I live in a medium-sized town in Germany. What sort of events would you invite women you cold approach to? I was thinking about bowling, day drinking, public soccer viewings, or some bars.
What do you think, Tristan?
I need to know what town in Germany he's in, but I will say that I would invite to something, if it's off the rip and someone you're meeting, I would invite to something more high status that's in your area because I guarantee you could find something. We have plenty of guys in Germany and MOA. Those types of events you kind of listed are more for like once you've developed a friendship with them.
Middle of funnel.
Middle of funnel, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I agree with what Tristan said. There's got to be something like better that he can invite to other than just a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, it's the weight of your offer, right? So top of funnel events are great offers. But everyone basically top of funnel means terrific offer. Bottom of funnel means that there's not much to the offer.
You're the offer.
Yeah. So top of funnel would be like, hey, you don't know who I am and I don't have great social media and you're not physically attracted to me, but would you like to walk the red carpet at the Met Gala? That would be a great top of funnel. A bottom of the funnel would be, hey, I'm Leonardo DiCaprio. You do know who I am. You do want to hook up with me already. Let's just skip the whole funnel and come back to my bedroom. So that's bottom of funnel. So bottom of funnel requires you to be more attractive. She has to see you. And so the way you get her to show up is she either sees your event as incredible, the way other people view you is incredible, or you online, your event, or how she sees you in person, how other people look at you. That's how she has to see one of those things as being 10 out of 10 for her to show up. And the better she thinks of you, the lower you can bring her down on the funnel. Cool.
Handsome, let's see. By the way, folks, if you are asking questions in the chat, make sure you use the actual question mark character. That way, the chat flags it for us. It makes it a bit easier to find when we're trying to catch up. Handsome Cajun asks whether you got their super chat on Rumble, Michael.
I think I do. Let me take a look.
Yeah, it's not in the queue in StreamYard, but
no.
Michael, can we get Lucario on one of these streams? I'm dying to talk to him.
Yeah, just hit him up right now. Tell him to come on.
I have hit him up.
I don't see the super chat on Rumble, and I'm on Rumble right now.
We're starting to catch up a little bit. We're still about 20 minutes back, just so you know, folks. There's a YouTube user with a whole bunch of characters following, but question. Question. I find many dating coaches do not have healthy relationships or family themselves. They end up steering men into a bad direction. Do you think they should also be called out?
Bro, they can't even get women more or less be in a relationship for most of them. So I don't even, I think you're doing them actually too much. You're giving them too much credit. I don't know who asked that question, but
I imagine they usually come from pickup background.
All of it, dude. You know, Michael, I was thinking about this the other day. If pre-selection photos suck, why do dating coaches AI women into their thumbnails? I was very curious. I was just very curious.
You're such an asshole, bro. Why are you calling people out like that, dude? That is so messed up.
I'm not a dating coach, man. I have no dog in this fight at all. So I don't care. It's just like it's the literal only field in the world where you could make millions of dollars and have to show no results for anything that you do. It's the only one.
Yo, it's so true. Yeah, it makes things kind of difficult to like explain. But you're right. I mean, that is kind of one of the problems. Going back to what you just said. You said about them being in bad relationships or whatever. I don't have a problem as long as they're not sitting there talking shit about people who are literally in the relationship that they're in. Does that make sense? So you guys will notice I don't sit there and go around and bash people who like date strippers or guys who like their girlfriends have an Instagram or what else. I don't bash dudes who, you just don't hear me bashing like many dudes because of their relationships or date a single mom, any of that stuff. You don't hear me saying it. Do I think it's smart to do so? I think it's challenging to do so, but I don't make fun of guys for doing that. I don't. I understand life is hard. Getting women is a challenge for some guys. It's easier for some guys. It's harder for other guys. And so I grasp that. But like what the problem is, the guy who's like, I can't believe you would ever date a single mom. And I can think of 3 guys right now who are content creators who are dating single moms. So it's.
Hey, single moms are great. They always have snacks.
True. Very true.
Little Timmy, though.
What was that, Rich?
You have to share with little Timmy.
It's so bad.
Yeah, you were saying
this is caffeine gum. I've been going nonstop since noon. It's 8:30. I've been talking nonstop. I had to do a podcast and then a 3-hour seminar, and then I'm doing this.
Yo, Michael, gum, that shit's fire.
Tony Harris is he said caffeine.
Hey, by the way, I want to address one of Tony's comments. He said I look like a wannabe Brooklyn gangster. I'm not from fucking Brooklyn, bro. I'm a Knicks fan. Get your shit right.
Yeah, you're not from Brooklyn. You're from fucking upstate.
No, you're from upstate. You're from
me?
upstate. I'm from Queens.
I'm from Brooklyn. bro.
Oh, I'm from Queens.
Doug, you ain't from Queens. You're from fucking Nyack.
No, bro, I'm from Queens.
You're from Nyack. We went through this
I
already.
am from Queens.
Nah. Anyway, what's his name, Mary? He asked, can we get Selena on screen for some eye candy purposes?
I messaged her. Yeah, I don't know where she is.
Oh.
But yeah, she'll definitely be back on. She wants to start her own podcast.
Sure.
Johnny Truelove says,
check it out. So I didn't know I could do this. Those of you, okay, I didn't know I could do this. Those of you who guys are watching me on Instagram right now, I put the YouTube link in there. If you guys want to join me on YouTube, you guys can see it right there. Beautiful. Stay on, or if you guys want to watch me on Instagram, you can. The problem is you can't see any of the screen shares if you watch me on Instagram. For those of you who want to watch me,
7 people on there. It's like 15 people right now.
Yeah.
But
and then shout out to all the people watching me on what's it called? What's the name
Rumble
of the fucking
Kick.
platform? TikTok. I see all you guys watching on TikTok. Beautiful. Let's keep it going. All right, here we are.
Rich, did you have one, or did you already? Rizzo Music SK asks, Rhino or Crazy Horse? That one went over me. So,
what do you think, Tristan?
Well, depends. Are we talking about like personality or something, or like what are we talking about?
Physical attractiveness.
Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. I would say Rhino. I would say Rhino.
Nice.
Before. But for energy, I would do Sapphire. That's what I would say.
Yeah, Sapphire. They make it pretty fun out there. You're not wrong. What's the next question?
YouTube Bluebird J Bloom asks. Now I'm going to have to use a euphemism on this one because I know we're on multiple channels. But hey, Michael, I found you because of the Coitus Without Consent Academy story. I was shocked when I heard about 64 million supposedly men visits, but then you mentioned it was actually like 1,000 men.
No.
This is an interesting one. Yeah. I actually found out about it through a lady friend when she shared it in her Instagram stories, and I was like,
have you guys heard this? You guys know what I'm talking about here?
Yep.
We can actually show it because my boy did this. Ely, I made friends with this guy after he made this video because I was really impressed by it. It's 62 million, right? Let me see if I can find it. Man, let me see. No, there we go. Here we go. Give me 1 second. No, what just happened? Why did that go away? All right. And I don't understand. So when I click on the link, it just goes away.
Back in a sec.
Okay. All right. Well, I was going to show you guys, but apparently won't let me do that. Let me see here. There it is. We'll do it this way.
Yo, this comment from Nev Santos. You know what's the first person that comes to mind?
How have you seen men who don't fit a stereotype?
Just read it out loud. Go for it. Tristan, that's for you. That's for you, Tristan.
I got you. Michael, in your program, hold on. I got to wait for Michael to come back. He needs to listen attentively for this one. It's important.
Give me 1 second.
What game do you think Tristan the Knicks are going to win? 5 or 6?
6. 6, I think they're going to win.
Why? Because it's scripted?
No. It's an educated guess. I would prefer if they won 5, but, you can see Antonio's going to beat up. All right, Michael, listen. Michael, in your program, how have you seen men who don't fit a stereotype perform? Like a nerdy black guy, wouldn't he lose some of the attraction triggers that women associate with black men?
I think it's kind of ridiculous. No. What do you think, Tristan?
I mean, there's good stereotypes and bad stereotypes, right? So if the stereotype is working against you, you want to not fit that stereotype. If the stereotype works for you, you want to fit that stereotype, right?
That's not
with dating. That's with anything.
Did you guys not hear Amit yesterday with his freaking the win he just posted?
Exactly the person who came to mind when
I mean, it's just like I don't know what else to tell you guys. I don't know what else to say. I keep getting these guys these crazy results, and then all I hear about is, oh, this won't work for me because I'm in Singapore, or this won't work for me because I'm overweight, or this won't work for me because I'm black, or this won't work for me because I'm in Boston, or this won't work for me because I'm Indian, or this won't work for me because wherever I live, or this won't work for me. Like all I hear, or this won't work for me because I'm 53 years old, or this won't work. Like, bro, it works. The program fucking works. I don't know what else I got to. I don't know how many times I got to show you. Like, you can believe whatever you want. It's like, but no matter what you think, you cannot deny the fact that this works. And so the problem is, they're like, oh, well, what happens if the guy doesn't have the black, qualities or whatever? Have game. It doesn't matter. Have game. Just have relevancy, competency, humor, charisma, pre-selection, social proof, leadership, access to scarce resources, locations, and networks. Do that. Doesn't matter what color you are. Am I crazy? Did we not hear Amit again? Just another fucking, like, what do you want me to do, guys? How many more short Indian and Asian men do you need for me to get laid before you start fucking listening? How about that? How many more? Did you hear me? Did you hear me, guys? How many more do I need to do before you start listening? That's the only thing I can say. Like, I don't know what else to say, bro. I really don't. Like, how many more? How many more Trustpilot reviews? How many more testimonials before you guys grasp it? I don't know. Anyway, what's any other questions?
Gravity Hurts says, okay, enough conspiracy talk. If you visit a city, for instance, I visited Vegas a few months ago. Is it possible to quickly build a vacation social circle? Or what's the solution to visiting a city and being social with women? Do you have to be more direct because you're only there for a limited amount of time?
No, we're doing it right now. It's called Vegas Immersion.
No, you don't have to be more direct. No, you're saying because you want. Okay, so here's the fundamental problem. Does anybody else see what the fundamental problem in his question is? I have less time, so I have to be more what? I have less time.
I think you said, yeah.
Showing more intent.
I have less time, so because I have less time, I need to show more intent. Does everybody see that? And so that's incorrect. It's not that you don't need to show more intent because you have less time. You need to show less intent, and you need to create better logistics. If you do that, then you'll actually have the result that you're looking for. But instead, people are like, well, I have less time, so I need to show more intent. Intent is not getting you laid. One more time. Intent is not getting you laid. If she's attracted to you, it's speeding up the process. And in that case, yeah, spending less time might help. But the answer to the question is have better game, and then you will have a better chance, even when you're in a town for a small period of time. That's the answer. And so again, go back to what he said before. Are you showing pre-selection? Are you showing charisma? Do you have social alignments? Do you have good logistics? Is your hotel room 3.5 hours away, or is it next door? Like, those are the things. Are women introducing you to other women? Is it a group of women helping you pull girls back? That's how you make it work in a short period of time. That's what we do in Vegas Immersion. Showing intent hurts you. It doesn't speed anything up. Cool? What's the next question?
Yeah, I mean, let me say something about, like, showing intent in a place like Vegas, even if you're here for a week, like, means you won't go to the DJ booth, you won't be in VIP, you won't be at the high stats location. Showing intent means you won't even be able to talk to a hot girl, in my opinion. I don't think you could speak to a hot girl unless you're in VIP at this point.
I mean, I think you can speak to a hot girl outside of VIP, but I understand what you're saying. It's definitely harder. What else?
YouTube, Forever MD1738 says, if you were 23, how would you go about making money? Thinking about starting TikTok shop affiliate.
That would be one way. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I definitely think that's something you could do. I don't know that it's
Is it not move to Miami and start a course?
Right.
A crypto course.
What do you think, Tristan?
That's a tough one, man. That's tough.
Pick one thing, work for someone, learn it, and then just go all out like become the expert, the best at in a particular topic, a subject matter expert, and people will just like flock to you.
But what if I pick the wrong one thing, Ari? What if the one thing I picked doesn't work? Then I'm stuffed.
Dude, if you're trying to come up with like, I'm going to invent some like weird, like, I don't know, like some crazy idea that I have. There are so many fucking things. How about go be a fucking plumber? You know, there's a fucking shortage of plumbers in this country and they make so much fucking money. Go be a contractor. Go be like blue collar is just like so underrated. There's like so many professions. Like my business, I have an insurance business. I just like nailed it down. It sounds just like this very boring like industry. Oh, like where people like if you don't need it or use it, like you don't really know much about it. Where people think it's like not as shiny, bro. It could get pretty boring at times, but if you become really fucking good at it, like a subject matter expert, there's so much fucking money to be made in this. So I made it my like life's mission to become like the best at it and build a really good business. And like over half my business that I get these days are inbound referrals. People like sending other people like, holy shit, like Ari's really good.
Hang on a second, Michael. You didn't tell us you were getting Cody Sanchez on the chat. Cody, that's you sound different from the way you usually sound.
Cody Sanchez.
Who?
I think Rob is trying to say that you sound like Cody Sanchez, but I don't know that much about Cody Sanchez to know to get the joke.
She's very much, by the boring business. That's her main.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Her main.
I mean, Michael, did I say anything? Do you have anything to add to what I said?
No. Wait. Back again. What was the question? Somebody's just insulting me in the comments. What was it?
Oh, okay. Hang on. No, he was asking a question. He's 23 and like, how should he go about making money? So I was, my answer was become a subject matter expert.
Yes. So more specific answer is listen to a bunch of audiobooks at double or triple speed, get into listening to podcasts, start using AI on a regular basis for Q&A to try to gain a level of expertise in something and learn sales. That's what I would say at 23. Probably the best things for you to learn.
Oh yeah. 100%. I left that one out. Learn sales.
Oh, look, it's Michael. Did you know I was in the Air Force Sartain? Okay, nice. It's you know what I love about this is it's like they wouldn't even do this on Instagram. Why? Because then they might have to show their face. Can you imagine like just being so I can't imagine. I cannot imagine how smelly. I can't imagine how smelly that guy's mom's couch smells like. How onerous and how disgusting it smells from all the masturbation that he does just sitting there on that couch like every night. I can't even imagine. So much so that I don't mind. I think that insult was probably the highlight of your life. So just keep bringing them, bud.
Well, I see another comment from YouTube. It says Ari. Hold on. It says Ari is a World War II actor.
Wait, where's that one? I mean, I need some more context on that, but sure.
Yeah, I would like to call him into the show, just to understand what he means.
Someone send him a link.
Nice. All right, cool. Keith's back. Guys, can you help me out real quick? How far back are you? Because I'm trying to catch up to where you are.
Okay, I'm trying to see.
Rob, what's the time? What's the timestamp for the last one you read?
Okay, now keep in mind this is my Sydney time.
That's fine.
The next one I can see I've not read is at 1:30, so that was 16 minutes ago.
All right, give me 1 second.
And that's Jed Temple on X.
Okay, we're at 1:30.
Yeah,
again, there we go. Michael, is there a bigger gap in what conservative women say they're attracted to and to that? Hold on. Michael, is there a bigger gap in what conservative women say they are attracted to, or liberal women and what they say?
So who's the most honest between conservative and liberal about what they're attracted to?
Throw it in Grammarly, guys, next time.
Hang on, let's differentiate. Is it what they actually respond to, or is it just what the words they say?
No, it's yeah. So it's
His
the difference
question is on the
words. It's the difference between what they say and what they respond to. What's the difference between the two? Yeah.
So his question is answer it in two separate parts, because there's one thing like the answer on what they say and then what they actually respond to. So first answer, what's the gap between what liberal and conservative women say verbatim that they are attracted to?
I would say, is there a bigger gap for liberal or conservative women as far as what they say and then what they actually are attracted to? I think the gap, I would have to say the gap is probably bigger with liberal women. I would say, well, no, I can't say that because I'm listening to Call Her Daddy and they seem to be pretty like unapologetic about hypergamy. I don't know. That's a good question. And then I listen to Tommy Lahren and I'm like, okay, is that what conservative women think? Because that's not correct either. So I don't know the answer. I think delusional people are delusional. I don't think it matters what political party you're from. What do you guys think?
I think his question is like, the way I understood it, that the answer is more that what they say they're attracted to. So like you'll have a conservative woman will straight up tell you, I want a strong man, I want a big man, someone, that can provide for me, protect me, etc. Versus the liberal woman will say, I want a man that is in touch with his feelings, someone that expresses his emotions. I don't know if that was good enough. But I find these liberal women that they respond to the more stoic and masculine men even more so than the conservative women at times.
Yeah, I can see that. All right, let's get to the next one here. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to readjust the
easy money. 2 minutes onward. On YouTube comment.
All right, this one right here is you've spoken about minimum effective dose. What if a girl already likes you and wants to be invited to a bottom of funnel event? Won't she be disappointed with a top of funnel event? So could she be disappointed? Yes. Is her being disappointed going to stop her from sleeping with you? No. That's the part you guys seem to misunderstand. One of the massive problems and one of the reasons why I catch so much crap is this idea that I need to listen to everything that a woman tells me about whether or not she's happy or disappointed in my behavior. If she tells me something is ick or if she tells me something is try hard, that I need to listen to her. And if I listen to her, somehow she's going to carve a path for me to get to happiness in a relationship. It's not true. Often you will listen to what they say and what they say is not in alignment with what they're attracted to. I don't care. So, have I had situations before where a girl would have gone home with me, but I invited her to a top of funnel event? Yeah, I like to invite girls to events, and she still came home with me. So who cares? I'm not worried about that. When you say minimum effective dose, we're back to this whole thing. It's like, well, she likes me. What's the problem? You don't know if she likes you, bro. You don't know. You're sitting there using IOIs, and you're guessing.
Michael, she flipped her hair and crossed her leg.
She touched her shoulder. She likes me. You don't know if she likes you, dude. That's the problem. You don't know. And so because you don't know, and you're like, well, I know, so therefore let's cut the middleman and just go for it. Go for it. Don't tell me. You don't have to ask me. You don't need my permission. Just go for it. But the problem is when you go for it, and a lot of times it won't work because you didn't do enough getting her to talk about herself, breaking rapport. You didn't do enough attraction building, but you were sure that she wanted to go home with you. No, she might not want to go home with you. She might just look like that. She just might be like that kind of girl who's super friendly to a lot of dudes. And you don't know. That's why I just keep saying, like, I don't believe in IOIs. I believe in IOCs, indicators of compliance.
Here
we go. Single mothers are usually good because they are busy. And when you see them, they're with the business. What? They're with the business.
They're like very quick to get down to business because they don't have much time.
Yeah.
That is so true.
This one right here. More respect for Tristan now that I know he's from Queens.
Tristan ain't from Queens. He's from upstate.
All right. Question from.
We should bring Raj on. Oh, can we actually get Raj on there?
I messaged him. He hasn't responded to me back. Tristan.
I went to Valley Stream North High School in
Connecticut.
Right. Exactly. Obviously.
Let me see.
There's a question on Kick from about 13 minutes ago from EB Moo CD. Where can a nerdy black find anime girls? I would have thought anime conventions.
AVN.
Comic-Con.
Anime girls, just go to places where there's anime. I don't know how else to answer that question.
Japan.
Just go to places where there's anime. Yeah. There's not going to be
Vegas have a Comic-Con?
there's no nightclub I can tell you to go to where you're going to get a better response than that.
Oh no. Elenium, wherever Elenium goes. You should be good.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
The sphere.
Is that
Michael,
is that why you like Elenium?
Okay, we already looked at this one.
There's a question about 10, 12 minutes ago for Tristan from Tony 16 Harris.
What's the question?
Tristan, what happened to the podcast, bro? You fell off.
I just have other things I'm working on right now. And it's just not a priority.
Okay, Tristan, what do you think about this? This one's for you. Can you read it out loud for us, Tristan?
Oh no. All right. Want to hear the truth? The media has promoted women to be attracted to black men through indoctrination and media for the past 30 years. Women are easily manipulated through mate copying.
So women are being trained to be attracted to black men. Go.
What hour are we on?
We're not on kick yet.
Oh shit.
You want to wait?
I'll wait.
Okay. Let me see. What's the next one?
I actually do want to address this on
short Indian men. Whoa, Michael, what do you mean by that? I mean short Indian men. I don't understand. What do you mean? What I mean?
It's not a euphemism. I think. Oh, hang on. Back with we're catching up now, which is great. Johnny Truelove 122 YouTube at 1:47 p.m. So that's about 7 minutes. 7 minutes ago. Do you guys? It's pretty common. I assume there's a think in there. Do you guys think it's pretty common for girls on dating apps to come straight to a guy's house for first date, or is that unlikely for most girls?
Oh, I have a good answer for this.
Go.
All girls will do that. It just depends on who the guy is.
Yeah.
If you're Chad, can we speak vulgar? Can we curse?
Go ahead.
If you're like Chad Thundercock, male model on a dating app, girls will come straight to you. But it's like 2%, like the top 2% of men on dating apps will get that. 98% of men will not get that. So, and most girls will do that, just not for you.
I thought most girls would be at least somewhat catfishing savvy. They'd probably be thinking, no, I've got to meet this guy for a coffee just to make sure he is as, as Chad as he's in photos. Is this an illusion?
Me and Michael have this. We've had this discussion before because this is the one piece where I think the Mode 1 guys are correct. Mode 1 guys believe that there is a guy she would have fucked in 10 seconds of meeting him. I don't know if it's 10 seconds, but maybe an hour. But Michael, what's your take on that? What's your take on that?
I don't think so. I think they massively oversimplify that. I think there are a lot of girls who would sleep with a guy in the first 10 minutes of meeting them.
It's not all the same guy, but there is a guy in her head.
I don't. Like I just the problem is like I think we forget about this point, and the Mode 1 guys do kind of get this part wrong. There are sometimes when a woman can be turned on and want to have sex with someone and then not have sex with them. And the reason why is because women just don't have the same libido that men do, and women have the fear of being sexually assaulted and raped. This is a real thing. Even if we're at the lowest rate of recorded SA in history, women still do have that feeling. So this idea that they're all just ready to go all the time, pump me now, daddy, in the bathroom. You're just not Chad enough, daddy. I think it's highly reductive and just not really. I just don't agree. I think a lot of times it's the case. I think maybe 20, 30, maybe even 40% of the time, there is a guy that she would just go home with immediately. And I know I'm going to get so much shit for this, but the problem is all you guys are giving me shit are not the ones banging girls in a fucking, like that you met 10 minutes ago. And I'm going to say this also. I'm not proud of it, but I've definitely done that before on numerous occasions. I've been that guy, and I can tell you it's not every girl every night. There's some Chad she would go home with and hook up with. In the cases when I've done that,
Chad though. What about Tyrone? Or
it's not Chad or Tyrone. She was just
one of them.
I've actually done it with girls before, and then been friends with them later and met their boyfriends. And it was just like if you had met them at the right time, at the right place, on the right side of the right place in Jamaica, at the right Sandals Resort or the right Negril, right there on the nude side,
the stars aligned properly,
at the exact same moment. Yes, she would go back in the jungle and hook up with you. Yes. But the idea that all of them are down to do this all the time, if you're just Chad enough, is not true. It's reductive, and it just shows you don't understand women.
Yeah, that I agree with. What do you think are the biggest key indicators if a woman is like that or not, just from a general perspective?
So yeah, this is a great question. So I've told you guys this
Like
before.
daddy issues, I know is one of the big ones that I notice. Like not growing up as a father or a prominent male figure.
Yeah. So let me explain this. As men in general, and this is just a function of endocrine, I am mostly in the same mood most of the time. In fact, it's confusing a lot of times when I'm seeing someone to explain to them over and over again. It's like, hey, you're having a moment now and you're going up and down in your emotional state. I'm the same every day. When you wake up, I'm going to be in a good mood. When you go to bed, I'm going to be in a good mood. Somebody has given me massive feedback. When you wake up, I'm going to be in a good mood. When you go to bed, I'm going to be in a good mood, right? I'm just kind of the same all the time. I don't really put myself in a situation. Yo, what is with the feedback? Guys, stop with the echoes.
Is that coming from me? No.
I think it is. Yeah.
Sounds like someone's nudging their mic.
Yeah.
No, I have separate audio and...
Okay, cool. What were we just talking about? I got distracted. What is this fucking bird sound, bro? What is happening?
Oh, that might be me. Hang on.
Rob, your microphone has a gain. You got to turn it down, like to half or less than half.
What was the question again? I got distracted. What were we talking about?
Me too.
God
it's midnight here in New York.
Bro, what were we just talking about? It's really
women sleeping with guys immediately.
Yeah, there was something else we were talking about. You guys asked a question and I was going to explain, and I totally forgot. I'm going to go back and watch this. I'm going to be furious because it was an easy answer, and I don't know what it is.
Someone put it in the comments.
Yeah, for whatever we were talking about, put it in the comments. All right, next question. I'm at 8:49 p.m. if you guys want to go down. So the way you guys can help me out is go look at the comments and then start at 8:49 p.m. my time. So whatever, if you guys are on the East Coast, it's 11:49 p.m. If you're where Rob is, it's 1:49 a.m. or 1:49 p.m.
There is a question at that time. Johnny Truelove 122.
Rob, somehow you've turned your gain up. He wanted you to turn your gain down. You doubled your gain. Yeah, it's fine. It's not a big deal. Just don't talk. Just it's fine. Okay. If you have auto gain, that'd be amazing.
These other guys on panel, your customers. My customer.
Michael, I really appreciate that you don't. Here we go. Michael, I really appreciate that you don't seem to hate women. Well, it's funny because Tristan doesn't appreciate that. Which makes me think you actually want to help. You point out the bad in their nature, but you don't have hatred for them. No, that's true. I definitely don't. Like, some of my favorite people in the world are women that I've rescued animals with, come to my charity events with, and had threesomes with also. Like, there's all kinds of women that I've just really enjoyed. I think the difference, if you talk to me, Justin Waller, if you talk to Adam Sosnick, you're going to find that the vast majority of our relationships with women have been so positive. I just don't really have anything bad to say about women, but I do have some criticisms of society not holding anyone accountable whenever they do stuff, whenever they screw up.
We operate under Jocko Willnick's extreme ownership, where we just become better, more attractive, more competent. So they're less likely to have their shitty behavior. But again, we're not hating on them for having shitty behavior.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep going here. Guys, I'm down to 8:45. You guys see the next question?
I'm at 151.
IOI suck. You are 100% right. Thank you very much. Very good advice. Michael gets it.
Someone is, I'm a black man. That's a dumbass comment.
That's pretty funny.
Not safe for work. Are we not safe for work mode yet, or are we still like on TikTok and Instagram?
Okay. Do you guys want to go to TikTok and Instagram, or TikTok and Kick?
I think we should get off those platforms so we can.
Okay.
I would prefer to be on Rumble and Kick.
So here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to do, everybody who's watching on Instagram, guys, click. I put a link in there for Kick and Rumble. We're going to cut everything else except for Kick and Rumble. Okay. Sound good? We're going to do Kick and Rumble. So if you guys want to jump off here, just that, so we can talk about some real shit, we're going to go to Kick and Rumble. So here's the thing. I'm going to put Kick in the, I'm going to put Kick in the chat. So if you guys want to go to this location right here. And then for those of you who want to go on Rumble, check out Rumble, go to this spot.
Michael,
right.
We stay on StreamYard though, right?
Yeah, you guys stay on StreamYard.
You stay where you are.
Okay, and then Rumble. Okay, you guys see the kick and Rumble. Can you guys click on it? Everybody on here who's watching me on Instagram, can you guys give me a 1 in the chat if you go into kick or Rumble? You see the kick link is right there in the you guys can put a link in your IG live now. So make sure you guys go click on that. Oh, Eric, I can't. Ooh, it won't let me post. Interesting. So guys, go to kick or Rumble. Let me go to everybody on TikTok. For all you people watching on TikTok, can you put, I'm going to put the kick. I'm going to put the kick and Rumble things in there. Make sure you guys click on kick.
Someone just put a really good comment here on YouTube. Tristan looks like he sells sneakers on the black market.
Hilarious. All right, guys. Everybody on TikTok. This is the first TikTok that I've done where I haven't got a warning, where somebody hasn't tried to kick me off. So shout out to everybody on TikTok. For those of you guys watching me on TikTok right now, please jump over to kick or Rumble. Should be easy to find. Actually, I'll put Rumble in the chat here too. Let me put kick in the chat. There we go. And
one guy's here. I'm here to tell you that I've met them when the star is perfectly aligned, and she still said no because she wasn't feeling it, and the stars weren't aligned.
Then the stars weren't aligned, dude. You're just making excuses. All right, guys. Everybody on TikTok, I appreciate you. Thank you. I got 600 likes. I appreciate that. For those of you on TikTok, please go to my kick and Rumble. I just put it in the chat right now. Thank you. And we are out. For those of you guys who are watching me on Instagram, please go to my kick. You see the link right there, kick and Rumble. Please go check me out in just 1 second. We are out of here. 1 second. Let me share. This is real and done. Okay. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, here's what I need you guys to do. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, I need you to 100% go to kick or Rumble right now. You guys are most important. So let's do this real quick. I'm going to cut off of YouTube in yes, beautiful. I'm going to kick off of YouTube in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, or 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. For those of you on YouTube, go to kick or Rumble. I'll see you guys in just 1 second. All right.